Why is Stewie Griffin so smart? Stewie is not supposed to exist. No, really. He's a literal walking, talking space-time anomaly. Family Guy actually has an episode that no one seems to talk about, but it low-key explains every wild, ridiculous mystery in the show. Why Stewie is smart, why Peter is so unbelievably dumb, why Brian the dog can talk, why some babies act like cynical adults, what the heck the flashbacks even are, and maybe, just maybe, who Rupert truly is. Right here, right now, we're connecting the dots, and you're about to have your mind blown. Hey, I'm the Theorizer. Before I tie this all together like a Looney Tunes conspiracy board, let's revisit that episode. You remember it, even if you don't. Season 9, Episode 16. Stewie and Brian, being the chaotic duo that they are, mess around with the time machine and accidentally slingshot themselves outside of time and space. Like, poof, they're in a blank void, an endless white canvas of nothingness where reality's rules are putty in their hands. Physics? Optional. Logic? But obviously, they don't want to stay there. So they do what any sensible baby and talking dog would do: blow up the return pad. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, as it will encourage me to make more videos like this. The result? A reality-bending blast that sends them spiraling back into the universe. When they land, Stewie notices something impossible. The explosion pattern matches the cosmic background radiation of the entire universe. In other words, their little accident caused the Big Bang. Yup, Stewie Griffin literally created the Family Guy universe. Let that sink in. Not only did he witness the beginning of time, he caused it. The cosmic fingerprints of Stewie Griffin are on the blueprint of everything. Stars, galaxies, dark matter, Rhode Island. It all traces back to this diaper-wearing Chaos Lord. So Stewie isn't just a precocious evil baby. He's the god of his own universe. That blank space before time, that's where he birthed everything. And just to really hammer it in, the rest of the episode dives deep into the consequences. Enter Bertram, Stewie's half-brother, eternal nemesis, and fellow time-traveling maniac. Bertram finds Stewie's machine and tracks their family tree back to a common ancestor. His master plan? Erase Stewie by taking out that ancestor. And that ancestor? Freaking Leonardo da Vinci. So Bertram goes full Terminator, travels back in time to snuff out da Vinci, and things unravel fast. Reality begins to collapse. Why? Because if Stewie was never born, then the universe he created wouldn't exist. Time folds in on itself. But here's where it gets wild. Even after Da Vinci dies, nothing disappears. That's when Stewie realizes he must be about to do something that fixes all of this. And in true Stewie fashion, he does. First, he sends Brian back to the present with coordinates and instructions. Then he extracts his own DNA, don't ask how, and implants it into Da Vinci's girlfriend. Yeah, that happened. This ensures that his genetic line continues, even with Da Vinci gone. How does he get back to the future? Oh, just your standard 500-year frozen sleep. Stewie builds a cryogenic chamber, seals himself inside, and instructs it to be buried beneath their house in Quahog. Meanwhile, he sends a letter to the Vatican with precise delivery instructions. Open this in 500 years. Send it to a dog in Rhode Island. Brian eventually gets the letter, digs up the pod, and boom, Stewie's back. Let's pause here. This is more than just a cool sci-fi plot. This is the show laying out that Stewie doesn't just influence time, he is time. His birth is so important, the entire universe performs a cosmic dance just to make sure he exists. So what just happened? Stewie ensured his own existence by becoming his own ancestor. His DNA looped itself into history like a narrative Mobius strip. It's the Griffin paradox. The chicken and the egg just fused into one and said, "Yes, we are Stewie." Now that we've established Stewie is literally the blueprint of the universe, everything else starts making sense. The Family Guy universe needs Stewie. It constantly bends its own laws to keep him alive. Brian and Stewie, they existed in the void before anything else. They are the prototype consciousness for everything in their world. That's why Brian is the only dog who talks, and Stewie is the only baby who builds interdimensional teleporters. The universe isn't random. It's curated. It shaped itself around Stewie to maintain the paradox. That includes dumbing down everyone else. Why is Peter basically a sentient loaf of bread?
because the IQ got redistributed. Stewie is a genius because Peter is a doofus. Same goes for Chris. Their family exists to cradle this cosmic anomaly. And this theory isn't limited to one episode. In Season 12, we see another example. Stewie travels back to break up Peter and Lois before his own conception. But instead of vanishing, his soul is immediately reborn into a hyper-intelligent British family. The universe refused to let him not exist. That accent? It's not fake. It's tied to his soul. In another timeline, he's actually British. That persona is part of who he is at a cosmic level. This brings us to the big twist. What if Stewie's mind has lived countless lives? What if his flashbacks aren't just comedic throwaways, but literal flashbacks? Every wild situation, every different costume, every off-the-wall memory. It might be a glimpse into another life the universe created just in case the main Stewie didn't make it. The universe always backs him up. It keeps spinning Stewies until one sticks. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, as it will encourage me to make more videos like this. Now, let's talk soulmates. Susie Swanson, yes, Joe and Bonnie's eternally delayed baby, is voiced by Patrick Stewart. You hear his voice in her inner monologue? And that's not a one-off joke. Patrick Stewart, the real man, also appears in the show. Stewie even meets him. What does it mean? We don't fully know, but it's part of a web of reality-bending connections. Susie may be one possible soulmate engineered by the universe. But then there's Penelope. Ah yes, Penelope. Voiced by Kate Blanchett, Penelope is the dark mirror to Stewie. Brilliant, violent, British. They fall for each other instantly. She beheads her own mother. She operates independently from adults. She's basically what Stewie would be without his tether to the Griffins. Penelope is the universe's attempt to balance Stewie's power. A foil. A check to his omnipotent baby genius status. And it doesn't stop there. Remember Eliza? The Cockney girl Stewie tries to refine into a posh little lady? She ends up more dangerous than him. Another failed soulmate? Another alternate future closed off by the universe? The breadcrumbs are endless. But wait, we're not done. You may think Stewie's true soulmate is his teddy bear Rupert. But Rupert isn't just a toy. He's more than an imaginary friend. Rupert is Stewie's subconscious, and Stewie's subconscious is the universe. If Stewie is God, Rupert is the inner voice of that God. He's the hotline between Stewie and the cosmic forces that shaped reality. Rupert is the avatar of the universe trying to guide its creator toward fulfilling his destiny. Let's wrap this all up. Stewie is smart because he created the universe. His existence is the hinge upon which all of reality turns. The laws of physics, time, genetics, even plot logic have been rewritten to preserve him. He ensures his own ancestry. He seeds the cosmos with his consciousness. He manipulates time not with luck, but with inevitability. This is why Brian talks, why Peter is dumb, why flashbacks don't follow any rules. They are echoes of Stewie's former lives or alternate paths the universe is playing with. The timeline is always syncing, tweaking, adapting, just to keep its God baby intact. Stewie has been reborn into different families, bonded with mirror versions of himself, created and destroyed entire realities. All of it leads to one truth. Stewie Griffin is the architect of the Family Guy universe. The Griffin paradox is real. And it's glorious. So if you're still wondering how one baby could build a time machine and hold philosophical debates with a dog, the answer is simple. Because he has to. Without him, the show, and the very fabric of their universe, falls apart. And that, my friends, is the truth about Stewie Griffin. Subscribe for more. Because next, we're tackling Peter Griffin's secret siblings. Buckle up. It only gets weirder from here. Thanks for watching. I'm the Theorizer. Until next time, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, as it will encourage me to make more videos like this.